it sound super robotic. I am Jamie.
It's always a blooper reel at the beginning.
Oh, goodness gracious. Just delete the whole thing. Let's just
Welcome to M1 Yarns and the Michigan Makers Podcast. This is episode 8, and we're coming to you from Metro Detroit, Michigan. My name is Jamie, and I'm the hand dyer behind M1 Yarns. You can find me on Instagram, my website, Ravelry, everywhere is M1 Yarns.
And my name is Danielle, and I am just the knitter who knits. And you can find me on Instagram under Danielle Crafts 08. You can find me on Facebook under Danielle Stringer, and on Ravelry you can find me there. I have a lot of names under S&P 1908, which I'm not as active on Ravelry, but I plan on getting more active.
And you're not just a knitter, you're a pretty crafty lady.
I am. I know. I didn't know what to call myself at the time. Yeah. But. So if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. And if you are a new viewer, please subscribe below and click that bell so you can get notifications when we upload new videos. We try to upload new videos as much as possible, but of course, you know, with this coronavirus, we don't get together as often, but we would love to bring you new content more often.
Definitely. So with that, let's dive in.
So we're going to start with, what are we wearing?
Yes,
so,
that's a good place to start. And this is like literally every time we get together, we subconsciously have a theme.
Yes.
And last night we text each other. She said, I'm going to wear Knit Collage. And I said, me too.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense, right? And I was gonna wear something else, but when I tried it on, it wasn't fitting under my jacket properly, so I wasn't happy about that. So I was like, I might as well wear my Knit Collage.
So what pattern is that?
So this is the Kaleidoscope Pullover, the long sleeve version. So in the spring, I participated in Knit Collage's Spring Cal, and I did a short sleeve Kaleidoscope pullover. And
that's
the reason
one
why
it's like kind of stripy.
Yes, that's why it's called Kaleidoscope, because of the different colors. And so the fall cal started, and there was a long sleeve. It is also called Kaleidoscope. You could have done the multiple colors, or you could have done a solid color. Mm-hmm. So when I knit a pattern that is similar to another pattern, I want it to look different. I don't want it to look the same, even though I love like the base pattern. Mm-hmm. So I did a solid color instead.
I love that color.
I love this color. This is like one of my favorite colors. It has the Stellina.
Oh, you have to show that up close.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to see it, and you know why. They're not gonna be able to see it.
It is so
gorgeous. Oh yeah. You can see it over here. You can definitely see it over here.
It is gorgeous.
And so I made some modifications to the pattern. Because my original Kaleidoscope, the edging or the what do you call it? The edge.
Hem.
Yeah, the hem was a crochet hem, and it rolls a little bit, but it's supposed to roll a little bit. It looks really cute, and it's cropped, and I'm gonna wear it in the spring.
Yeah.
But I wanted this one to be a little more flat, so I did a rib instead of the crochet edge. The arms, I think, were the same, might have been the crochet edge, and so I did a rib, and then I also did kind of a what do you call this?
A bishop sleeve.
A bishop. I don't know why I keep forgetting that.
Because I remember texting about this.
Yeah, all the time, because I want to do it on another sweater too.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of a bishop sleeve here, and it was kind of all freehand. So I did the pattern maybe up to here, and then I decided on how I wanted to do the sleeves, and it's really comfortable. The only thing is that I can't wear this under my coat. It is too thick to wear under my coat, and right now it's 22 degrees here in Metro Detroit, and of course I need a coat. So I had to change when I got here, but this is a nice sweater to wear on a fall day where you might not need a coat.
So basically when we go to Rhinebeck this fall.
That's exactly
that you could.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything, but yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I love it. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm wearing the Feelin' Groovy Cardi. The pattern is by Knit Collage, but the yarn is a whole collection of like 12 or 13 different yarns. Some of them are yarns that I picked up at Rhinebeck 2019. Some of them were yarns I picked up at Nina Chicago during the Stitch Up Chicago 2020.
Oh yeah,
like
that
kickoff. off.
That was like last year.
Oh my God.
time, wasn't it?
It was the end of February, like literally right before everything changed.
Oh wow.
And so for me, like this is, and there's some, you know, like scrap leftover type of things in here. For me, this is like, you know, those cozy memory blankets where it's like, or like just a piece that has a lot of meaning where you identify a lot with the yarn.
Yeah.
So this turned out really well. I love how the shoulder, I forget what this is called, but basically she did like short rows here for this shaping. And
I remember you were talking to me about the short
and
rows.
I think it actually gives it like a very professional edge.
It
I
does.
wanted it to be like a very marled, kind of crazy, fun, you know, just free piece. And I love how it turned out. It's, I made mine kind of cropped, and I can't wait to wear this with like skirts and, you know, anything other than pajama pants, because that's, you know, that's life these days.
You know, I have not worn anything that I've knitted with the skirt yet.
Okay.
I have to figure that out. Like, I have to figure out what I would want to wear with a skirt.
Okay, so you know that that linen skirt that like everyone wears, Christy Glass, La Vietnamese, it's like high-waisted. That skirt is from Imperfect Linen, which is an Etsy
I think
shop.
you told me. Yeah.
But there's a shop in Ann Arbor that carries them, and so.
Oh yeah, I think I remember you told me.
Yeah. Sometime I want to go out there and get some more, like, you know, if I have a certain project in mind. That way I could take my yarn and pair it up.
I want to go to Ann Arbor because I want to go to Spun. We should take a field trip.
We should definitely have like a girls' day.
Yeah. Do you know if they're open now?
They are.
They are? Okay. Do you like subscribe to
their
them?
emails?
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I did, but I'll make sure I do
that. So speaking of yarn shops, I have some actually kind of exciting news.
Okay.
So the closest yarn shop to me here in Metro Detroit is Have You Any Wool in Berkeley. And the owner, Bridget, I've known for years. She is just a delight. The shop has been open for probably, gosh, like at least more than 8 years, I would say. So she really knows what she's doing. She contacted me a little while ago and asked if I would be part of a yarn subscription that she just kicked off. And you can sign up for like, it's going to run for a year. You can sign up for any 3 months that you want. And it's indie dyers, including, I know Anzula is one of them, Ba Yarns, there's me, and there's like 9 others, obviously, because there's 12 months. And the theme, it's called the Motor City Yarn Club. It's all like based on inspiration of landmarks or people around the city. I don't think I'm supposed to give away what mine is, but it's phenomenal. I'm like, I've never been so excited to dye a colorway based on inspiration. So
I'm gonna guess when we're off camera.
Okay.
Because when I think of that Detroit inspired, something automatically popped into my head, and I'm wondering
Oh, yeah.
if it's the same thing.
When she messaged me, there was one thing that popped into my mind. It's not the not what I what actually my landmark is. But
It's not the Lions, is it?
No.
Okay, because they don't win enough
No.
to have a color inspired by them. I'm sorry.
It would be like the loser colorway. But this is not a football podcast. This is a yarn podcast. So far we've talked about skirts and the Lions. Anyway, so yeah. So you'll have to look up Have You Any Wool. She's on Instagram. And if you just call her shop, you can get details and sign up. And it's going to be really fun and exciting. So I love that because, you know, local yarn shops that support indie dyers, we're just keeping everybody going. So.
Yeah. You know the Princeton capelet I made?
Yes.
I was inspired to make that because I saw her picture. with it on. And unfortunately, she didn't have the colorway that I wanted, so I had to go to a different local yarn shop to get it. But I love that capelet because of her.
Yeah. Yeah. And she is super stylish and
so cute. I know.
So that's exciting.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about finished objects.
Go for it.
Because actually what I'm wearing is one of my finished objects.
Same. And
I had the opportunity to finish a couple things since we last podcast.
Which was like a minute.
I think it was just like a month ago. I mean, okay. You're acting like
I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you.
Maybe that's what it is. I think that's what it is. You sound like Reggie, like, you left an hour ago. And I'm like, no, I left 20 minutes ago.
You know what? Right now, everything just feels off. Like,
time.
Literally,
yes.
I look at my phone like 3 times a day. What day is it? Mm-hmm. What day is it? Hey, Siri, what day is it?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So, I finished my... Oh, my God, this is going to be so cute when I wear this. Look at this.
So cute.
You see that? With this lipstick?
Yeah.
I can't wait to wear it. I feel like I want to go change right now. So I finished my RBG. I am so excited because I had this pattern a long time. I know at least before we went to Rhinebeck 2019. So I got this pattern sometime in 2019 and I never casted it on. Not for any particular reason, but I can tell you, if there was something for me to be afraid of, when it came to this pattern, it was the fact that the sleeves were knit separate. And I've never done that before, and I've never had to knit something bottom up and attach the sleeve. So this was my first time doing that. And when I started knitting this, I was halfway through the first sleeve. I was done with like the bottom part of the body. The top down version came. And I know you offered to give me the top down version, but I was just like way too nervous about the math. I was too nervous about the math because I made the extra small. Yeah. And I don't know what size you made.
Well, what had happened was the pattern originally was bottom up, and I hate bottom up patterns. I just, at this point, like, I won't even do it. So I did the math and reworked the pattern so I could knit mine top down. And then, like you said, when you were making yours, Park and Knit released a top-down version, and I was like,
someone else I was communicating with, we were knitting this at the same time.
Oh, cool.
And she did a bottom top down. She converted it to top down. But again, I was just nervous about the math, but I absolutely love this. I mean, the black didn't bother me too much. I just made sure I knit either in the daytime or I waited till everybody went to bed and I turned the lights up all the way. And so I didn't have any problems with that. Attaching the sleeve was seamless. I actually loved it. Kitchenered the parts, the holes, and they look really nice and seamless. The only thing, and you probably can't tell, and I can only tell a little bit, when I wet blocked this, because it needed to be blocked because it was looking wrinkled and weird.
Yeah. And I feel like it helps with
this, yes. When I wet blocked this, the black bled everywhere. It was in my bathtub. It was everywhere. And I didn't care about that because I can clean that. But it got a little bit on my white. I think, but I don't know. Can you? What do you think?
You can't really tell.
No, you can't really tell. No. And so, yeah, when I wear it, it's still going to be cute. It's not like super dingy and gray. But I am really happy with this. So I can't wait to wear it.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
So this is actually a good opportunity to talk about blocking. Now, when she texted me that she had the black bleed, my first question to you was...
I was just trying to maintain my composure.
Yeah. Well, I knew it wasn't my yarn, so I was like, okay, well, that's not on me.
Wait, when I first texted you, I was like, ask me why am I trying to maintain my composure?
Oh my god. I read the first part and I'm like, what's going on? I thought it had something to do with like the other people at home. So we should point out this is a commercial yarn, and I've had that happen before too.
Yes, it's Baruco. Which I love Baruco, so let me say that piece.
So you would think that, especially commercial yarn, like it goes through the same process every single time. They have machines doing what they do. To me, and I've had this happen one other time on a very expensive commercial yarn I bought, and it's unacceptable. As a hand dyer, you know, you go to great lengths to make sure that the yarn is rinsing clear, or at least like
it's gonna be a little bit.
There might be a little bit. 9 times out of 10, most colors I can get to run completely clear, but I think it does note, you know, a tip that if you're gonna wet block, if you just add like a tablespoon of vinegar to your water, it'll help set any dye that's still loose. Just in case you get something like that. So
white vinegar?
White vinegar.
Okay. I don't even know if we have any white vinegar, but that's good to know.
Yeah.
Because when that happened, I literally almost in that moment decided that I was never wet blocking again. And actually that is kind of impossible with certain patterns. You want to wet block. I was going to steam block this, but I didn't block this. I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to wear it today, and I actually still have like the blocking boards put together in the kids' playroom, because I block my stuff in my kids' playroom because that's the only space that I have to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to block it in the basement because I'm afraid of a spider getting.
Oh, I know.
It's a whole thing. So
I have a drop stitch.
But I ended up not blocking this, and it seems fine. I mean, I can block it later if I need to. And then this is my second whip. Oh my God. This is for my 5-year-old. I have not knit her a sweater ever. So this is the first sweater I've ever knit her. And this is the Bean and Olive sweater by Andrea Mowry. And this kit comes from M1 Yarns. I love this color. Look, it looked like I can fit this.
I know. When you held it up, I was like, wait a minute.
I'm like, can I fit this? So the colorway is Silver Fox, and is that Tunisian Desert or
yeah,
Tunisian Desert. And that was a special colorway that you dyed for Natalie.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's a regular colorway in my shop now, but I designed it for her.
Perfect.
Yep.
And it is perfect because when I put this, you know, on me and I see how it looks, well, I get a little preview of how it's going to look when I make my Bean and Olive sweater, because she's coming out with an adult version. So Raven and I are going to be twinning.
So
and
cute.
so if you know anything about me, if you go back to any of our old videos, and even if I show you a picture of myself in high school, I love denim. And I got her a little denim shirt to layer. And I got her some riding boots, and she has some leggings this color. And then I have, of course, denim shirts for days. Yeah. And then we're going to take some pictures. I'm not sure where we're going to take pictures, if I'm going to go through the photographer or not. I have to decide. But as soon as that pattern comes out, just be ready. I know you have some. You already have. I just don't know how much I need.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But yeah, I am so excited. This is so cute. This was a fun knit. So I made a modification. I didn't feel like doing any more color work. I felt like I had done my fair share here. So instead of doing color work on the sleeve, I just did the ribbing in the contrasting color. Yeah,
I love that so much.
And I love the fact that when I blocked it, it stretched, which I was happy about, because she can wear this, you know, for a while. I don't want her to, you know, just wear, you know how when you buy things, kids outgrow it. I want her to be able to at least wear this one time to school when she goes to school in person. Yeah. But the funny thing about this is when I finished, she kept bugging me about blocking it. She was, Mommy, did you block my sweater? She knows. Yeah, she was like, Mommy, did you block my sweater? Did you block my sweater? I mean, and she doesn't know the impact of blocking, but she knows it's something that I do when I finish knitting a sweater. But wet blocking this, oh my God, it flattened the color work, and it just made it look so much better. Polished. And it feels good. So I am
so beautiful.
So excited about this sweater. I'm almost more excited about this sweater than I am any sweater I've made myself.
Cute is this?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So those are my two finished objects. I finally added the heels to Reggie's socks, and he wore them. He wore them last week before last.
So for my finished objects, I'm just gonna show you a photo because it's too big to.
You might have to insert.
Yeah, I'll insert a photo. It's the cardigan that I was knitting all last year. So if you've seen any of the previous episodes, I think I talked about it
in the
nauseam.
very first episode. So you can go back to episode 1 and you'll see exactly what.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll insert a photo here. But this was a labor of love. It was cables for days, and he loves it. And making that for my husband was really fun. So now I'm actually gonna the Scaniac on Instagram, who is my friend Casey. She's doing a make worthy make along for. It's basically like you have to knit for a friend or knit or crochet for a friend or family member. It's got to be like a teen or adult size.
That's not fair.
Sweater. Well,
knitting
for kids is cheating.
Why? Because the sweaters are small?
Right.
Still the same concept.
Anyway.
Is it a speed contest?
No. So I'm actually going to knit another sweater for him, and I'll insert a pattern photo of what he chose. I did the same thing as I did last year. I picked like 4 or 5 different patterns that I would like to make, and then asked my husband, which one would you like? And they were only top down, seamless, DK or heavier. I was not about to do fingering,
So the funny thing is that Reggie mentioned that he wants me to make him a sweater.
Okay.
And we already talked about this, and
yeah.
he was already like, I want the neck to fit like this, and I'm like, see, that's it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna be calling you like, Jamie, what about that spare room you have?
But it's yarn. Like, you can literally change anything.
I know. I will probably have to do a lot of manipulation. Right now, socks are good. He's getting the socks. He loves them. He wears them. He also understands blocking too.
Yeah, he's smart.
Yeah.
I gotta get Donovan on the train. He just looks at me like, why do you have the lights on if we're watching a movie? And I'm like, seriously, babe, at this point?
So, Reggie is a creative.
Okay.
So he understands, like, when people are doing things that are creative.
Yeah.
So, I do a lot of, like, Cricut design stuff. And he's never used Cricut, but he knows how to use all of the other, like, professional design programs. And so he used Cricut one night, and he was like, oh, okay, I got this.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think I can teach him to knit.
Oh, for sure. I taught Donovan's son to knit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I think I did it when he was probably like 10 or something. He got it. He just wasn't like, that interested in it. For a few weeks afterwards, he would sit and do a little bit. So. But, every kid is different.
Yeah, I taught Ryan to knit.
That's cute.
She was, the funny thing is that she like bugged me about casting on something for her. So I went into the basement and I got some yarn and I cast it on for her. And then she like sat and knit a little bit, and then she put it down. And then there were some stitches that I need to fix, and so I fixed them and I put it on her bed and I said, oh, I fixed your stitches. She hasn't touched it. And then I realized that she was on iPad punishment.
Oh.
And then by the time I like cast it back on for her iPad punishment was over. So I won't get another like scarf. She won't make another scarf until she's on iPad punishment, basically.
Yeah. We'll find an excuse to put it back on. Yeah, so apart from the cardigan, it's called the Grandson Cardigan by Josh Bennett that I knit for Donovan, and this. I don't have any other finished objects.
So the other pattern that you're thinking about, is that top down or is it seamless? Because that wasn't seamless.
No, and that was like I broke my own rule. That was knit flat in pieces and seam together, and that is like not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
At all. I don't know why I tortured myself with that one. So, before we get into whips, I have something exciting to talk about that's new in the shop as of today. I don't know if you saw it in your little bag, but
No, I didn't know the bag was mine at first, so I didn't go through it.
So, Danielle ordered some custom yarn for me, so I had this gift bag, or a project bag that I wanted to gift her for Christmas, and so I put all the yarn in there, and so anyway, this is, I've been wanting to do this for like well over 2 years, so now that it's actually in the shop, I'm really excited. So it's probably blowing out.
Yeah, it is definitely blowing out.
I'll insert a photo. Anyway, this is a lotion bar.
Oh, wow. And you know I love those.
Mm-hmm. So, I called this Kid Gloves. Mm-hmm. It's, right now I offer 2 options.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Fragrance free and then grapefruit. It's pretty light. So, you know, like if you don't like overbearing scents, it's nice and light. It's totally organic. It's shea butter and beeswax and coconut oil. And what really prompted me to just go on and add this to the shop, like I've wanted to for a while, was that between the hand sanitizer situation and now Michigan winters are just, and I'm not even outside that much.
Yeah. Oh my God, my hands are horrible.
I don't leave the house that much these days, so I don't go through as much hand sanitizer, you know, as like maybe if I worked out, you know, whatever. But I had gotten, like, do you ever get I don't know if you wear rings very often, but I get, like, I'm not very good with drying my hands, and I'll get little water under my rings.
Yeah, that's why you're supposed to, like, take
them
it off. Yeah.
I know, I'm bad with that. And then I'll get a little rash, like, right, you know, at the bottom of your finger. And I'd had that maybe a month or so ago. And my skin was so dry, I was going through hand cream like nobody's business. And then I got a scratch on the back of my hand, and it wasn't healing just because it was dry. Like, it wasn't infected or any of that. It was just dry.
I got the same thing.
So I started looking into, and I have sensitive skin anyway. I started looking into this, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it. Within, like, a couple days, my hands were, like, better than ever.
Wow.
So, what's great about this is, like, it's really light. You know, you can just take it out the tin, you know, rub it on your hands, rub it in, and then you can get right back to knitting. It's not going to be greasy on your yarn or anything.
It's so cute. I don't even want to use it because it's so cute. Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's new in the shop.
Are you making these right now? Are they like molding in your kitchen? Oh, because I thought you were about to bake some goodies. I was looking at that.
Should I bake cookies or something next time you come over?
I'm trying to do no sugar.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
I'm trying to just walk on the treadmill.
I want a treadmill. We need to get some workout equipment.
Yeah.
We've talked about that, but I am excited about this yarn. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to use this.
Thanks.
I didn't know it was in the bag. I mean, like I said, I didn't know the bag was for me, and so I didn't.
Yeah, I was all sneaky with that.
Any other surprises in here?
No.
This is so cute. Because, you know, I really needed another bag. Like, I literally didn't have any more
project bags. Yeah. You know what? Actually, now that... So, I made a point of kind of getting organized with, like, the yarn that's already, like, assigned a pattern. Now I've got them, for the most part, like, in a project bag, sometimes with the needle, so everything is, like, good to go.
Good to go. Yeah, you know, it takes a lot to get ready to knit.
It does. Like, I will literally spend a whole evening reading the pattern.
Yes.
Making sure I got everything lined up, casting on, and then, like, the next day, I launch in.
For me, and I think... When it comes to like knitting versus crochet, when you're a crocheter, you don't have to do that. You literally grab the yarn, grab the hook, and go. But with knitting, you have to make sure you have your cables. You have to make sure the actual needles are available. They're not in something else. you can, I don't know about you, but I spend some time thinking about which set I want to use for which projects. Do you do that?
Sets?
Because we have so many sets, right?
Because I just put on my Instagram stories the other day that I ordered another set, and we talked about our needles on here.
Yeah.
Now I've ordered 4 sets since Corona started.
I only ordered 1, and then it's the same set that you ordered the other day, which is perfect for sleeves.
Or hats, if you're a hat knitter.
Mm-hmm. And I have a couple hats that I want to cast on. But, yeah, you have to think about all of these things. Like, you really have to get organized. You want things right next to you. And I know that my family probably gets mad at me, but, like, all of my knitting is, like, all on the couch next to me. And so when we're having guests over, I have to, like, take off my knitting and put it somewhere. But yeah, it takes me quite a bit, and I feel really proud when I do it the night before that I want to cast on. So it's almost like when you're getting ready for work, you feel really proud that you've laid your clothes out, you've gotten all of your things before the morning. I mean, when I want to cast on, I like take the nighttime to put my needles together, and be prepared, and have my yarn and make sure it's wound and just be prepared.
Yeah, I think the more prepared you are, the better you'll succeed.
Yeah, and you'll cast on. Like, I know for me, when there's a delay in me casting on, it's because I haven't wound the yarn, I haven't thought about the needles, I haven't thought about anything, and so I'll have a pattern and it'll sit for a while because I just haven't, like, gotten myself ready.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, speaking of whips, should we talk whips?
Yeah, go ahead and talk about yours.
Okay, so what I'm knitting on is actually a test knit.
You are such a good tester.
Am I? This is really only my second test knit.
I only tested one time.
This is I'm not even going to be able to show it all, but this is the Schlossel dress. I don't speak German, so I did as best as I can. I can't wait to do finished object photos because I did try it on. It fits impeccably. It's going to be a dress, so I have some ways to go on the skirt part and the other sleeve, obviously. But, and I'll insert the name and the designer here. This was really, really fun. I was a little nervous when I signed up to test. It was like January 10th-ish. I had seen that she needed test knitters, and I dyed the yarn for this. So I needed a couple days to figure out, you know, what yarn I'm going to do, what colors, get it dyed and dried. And then I launched in, and she had a February 1st deadline of just the yoke. Like, so just...
Oh, okay.
Just to here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was well past that by February 1st, and today's the 6th. I actually thought I'd be done with this by now, but I've been working on a little something that I'm trying to get ready for the shop. So that sidetracked me, but the color work was really fun. I think some color work can be like too engaging for certain times. You know, sometimes you need mindless, sometimes you need interesting.
Yep.
This was like a very happy medium. I really enjoyed the color work. I'm knitting it with my DK base, which is called Easy Rider. And then
I love that base.
The bottom of the sleeves and the skirt is the DK held with my Surrey Silk Street base. And then for this part of the color work, you probably can't see it. You can't see it, but it's the alpaca held with my hot rod base for a little sparkle. So the alpaca in the color work creates a kind of a cool raised effect. So that was kind of something fun. I actually changed the green for this, like, snowflake. Originally, I had more of like a teal, like a deep teal. And I changed it up. I'm pretty happy with it.
Oh, it looks cute.
My only other FO has...
FO or whip?
Oh, whip. Sorry, what did I say? FO? This is a whip. And it's been literally...
Oh my god, that looks beautiful. I love that halo.
Thanks. It's been languishing since November when I pushed it to the side to do some other projects. I really want to finish this because it's perfect for like right now, like weather. But this is my, it's mohair and silk, held doubled. It's my Easy Rider. No, it's not. It's my Writing on Air base. And this is the Bright Feather by Jennifer Steingass, who is Knit Love Wool on Instagram and Ravelry. So I just split for the sleeves. So now it's basically like stockinette for the sleeves, for the body. So it should go really fast.
How was the color work for that? Was it super engaging or? Because it looks like you could have gotten into a good groove, like you know the pattern because it looks pretty consistent.
It wasn't like mentally challenging, but because it was mohair held doubled, you had to be pretty precise with your stitches. So I could only do maybe a few rounds an evening.
Okay.
So in that regard, it was kind of slow.
Got it.
But it's so silky soft, and I'm really excited about this.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
And I know a lot of people have, you know, certain feelings about mohair.
I think it's about how it feels against their skin more than anything. Like, it's not like a personal feeling like, oh, I hate the way it looked. They don't like the way it feel against their skin. Yeah.
But that
and
mohair,
they may be allergic.
Right. That has some silk in it, and I find it works for my sensitive skin. So I'm excited. So next episode, I should have a couple of finished objects. So
I'm not saying that.
I know. I probably just jinxed myself.
So I am working on. I'm almost finished with the body. I might need to try this one again. I think I'm going to finish out this ball of yarn and then start the ribbing. But I am working on the Wave of Change pullover. So last year I did the Wave of Change cardigan or Wave of Change jacket. And now I'm doing the Wave of Change pullover by Denise of, is it Bayron Handmade?
Bayron Handmade.
Bayron.
What she said. Bayron.
Bayron Handmade. Yeah. I want to throw some respect on her name, though.
Did you see?
Because, yes.
Oh my gosh, she is doing big things.
Oh my God, she is. And I know I just like fangirled out like really quickly, but I really want to throw some respect on her name because what she's doing in the knitting community as a Black woman, and she doesn't only knit, she designs, she knits, she sews, she writes sewing patterns. She is incredible. And so I'm always on the front lines willing to support whatever it is that she's doing. So she's having a cal for this. But I got my yarn, so I ordered my yarn. When I saw that the pattern was coming out, I emailed her like right away. I definitely want to be a part of whatever it is that you're doing with this pattern. But my yarn, because of COVID, there was a delay in it being shipped because I wasn't 100% sure what color I wanted. And then 2, I just wasn't sure about a couple things. But I settled on using the yarn that she recommended for the pattern. So, so when you look at her picture, is Woolfolk Luft. And so I said, okay, I'm going to actually try the same yarn. I've never tried it before, so it's new to me. And I love the way this feels. This blue, oh my God.
I know you love denim.
Yes,
so.
yes. And the pictures of this yarn online does it no justice. It's when you see it in person. But one modification, I'm making like a major modification to this. I'm not doing the purling. And the only reason why I'm not doing the purling, because again, I have the jacket and I don't want them to look the same. I want them to look different. So what I absolutely love about the pattern is the shape of it. And I love the purl bumps, but I already have some. I don't want like the same thing. I love the purl bumps.
This is the purl bumps she's talking about.
Can you see?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. And then you can also insert a photo. But so I love the purl bumps, but I just wanted something different. And I think I may make it a little bit longer. It's not going to be super cropped. And there was something else I wanted to say about this. But yeah, I love it. I'm almost finished with it. Oh, I didn't do the pearl bumps because I also wanted something mindless to do.
Yeah.
And I was doing the color work here, so I was like, you know, I can just actually do this without the pearl bumps. So I can't wait to wear this. I've tried it on. I love the way it fits. And I think I'm going to not wet block this. I think I'm going to steam block it.
So what I was looking up while you were talking about that was Denise's latest Instagram post. And I'll insert a little screenshot of it here. But she is featured in Better Homes and Gardens.
Wow.
Amazing. There's an article that she wrote. Wait a minute. Is it about her or did she write it? She's featured, now I'm reading from her post, in a publication that inspired her dreams. And it just talks about, you know, it's trailblazers and trendsetters, 11 Black creatives defining style, culture in 2021. And so shout out to Denise.
Yes.
That's amazing. It's really, she's a beautiful person, inside and out, so talented, graceful is the word that comes to mind when I think of her. And she just has like this soothing, you know, presence that is inspiring. You know how sometimes like you see someone who just like, you just like get that like warm fuzzy feeling.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I definitely got that from her when we met her.
Yeah,
yeah.
She just gives off like, you're just drawn to her. It's so inspiring. So
yeah,
I'm excited for her. She's doing a lot. So that's gonna be awesome.
Yep, and I can't wait to wear this. As always, I know how I want to style it.
You should do like side by side photos of your jacket and your pullover.
Yeah, I am. That's a good idea. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to layer this.
Okay.
And normally I layer my knits. I don't think I'm going to layer this. Just like I'm not layering this.
Yeah. And
another whip. So this is funny. This is a old FO turned whip. You know, when I first started knitting, I didn't know how to fix things. Okay. And so I had to settle on being okay with it not necessarily living up to my expectation. And I wore this sweater the first day of Rhinebeck. And I guess I was okay with it at the time or whatever. I don't know. It looked cute on the pictures. But in reality, to me, it just didn't feel long enough. Okay. And so that was, I want to say, that was the first time I wore it. And then I wore it another time. Then I tried to put it on I think it was New Year's Eve, or was it Christmas? No, it was Christmas. I was wearing it because we actually put on clothes on Christmas. And I was going to wear it. And I'm like, you know what? This is not long enough, and I don't like the way it feels. And it may look long enough. Like, if you see me in the picture, and maybe we can insert a picture of me wearing it. If you see me in the picture, it looks long enough, but to me, the way that it feels, like if I bend over, not that I'm bending over much, but if I'm picking up something, I just didn't love the way it looks. So I decided to take it apart, and I'm going to knit it longer. I mean, the good thing is that the sleeves are already done.
And it's top down.
And it's top down, so I'm just going to... And another thing that I didn't like about it is that I bound off too tight. Oh. And so I have an opportunity now that I know more. This was one of the first sweaters that I knit. I think this was probably like the first FO I had since we started hanging out. Okay. Now that I know better, I can do better. I can bind off with the different, with a bigger needle. This bind off is a little tight, but I'm not going to mess with that. I don't feel like being bothered with that. Okay. Because this yarn is not easy to frog.
Oh.
So.
Because of the Tweety.
Yep.
Oh, and you should say what the pattern is.
The pattern is the Sunday Sweater by Petite Knits. And another thing that I did is that I used a worsted weight yarn, and I think the pattern calls for like a bulky weight.
Yeah.
And I ended up using a worsted weight because when I bought the pattern, I saw that someone used this same yarn, and I had this yarn in my stash. I didn't have to buy any new yarn.
So you just knit a different size?
A medium. I just did a medium instead of the smaller size. And it ended up working out. And I honestly, I mean, I didn't know much about knitting at that time, so I don't even know how I arrived to that decision. I just did it. But so I'm excited to get this because I really like this sweater. I like the way it looks. I like the color. I like the yarn. But I just want it to be longer. So yeah. I won't say next time. I don't know, when I'm going to get this back on the needles. I think I'm actually using the needle that I would need, but of course I have tons of needles. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to get that back on the needles.
Good for you.
And make that longer. And of course I have a sock.
I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this stitch. Don't mind me. Oh, I think I dropped it and it looked all crazy. This is what happens when you're trying to not look.
I have a sock.
Back on the sock train.
Yeah, back on the sock train. I was going to do a German short row heel. The socks that I'm actually wearing.
Oh, I didn't even see them.
They're German short row heel. Excuse that part of it.
Cute.
But I was doing a German short row heel, and the first time my daughter took it off the needle, I don't know what she was thinking. She just got like super excited about something and like, look, mommy, and took it off. And I'm like, what are you doing? You don't touch my knitting. And so then I casted the heel on again, and then I was watching a movie and I lost count, and I just said, forget it. I'll do an afterthought heel. I'll finish the sock and just add the heel whenever.
Nice.
Yep. So those are my whips. And I want to cast on more socks.
I do too.
That was a goal last year, but I didn't actually see it through. I only did a couple pair. So.
I think on our last episode, or maybe it was 2 episodes ago, I talked about wanting to do, I'm just reaching for a skein yarn, like a sock knit along. I really want to make socks with my 2-seater base. This is like, no matter what color you order, it's got that like gray kind of marled look. And this is the colorway prep school suit.
Oh, okay.
It's a merino, Peruvian Highland, and nylon blend.
Okay, I think I have some sock yarn made in that kind of base.
Yeah. So if you're a sock knitter, comment below. Tell us what pattern you like or what heel you like, because I know the heel is the most important part. And if you'd be interested in joining like a podcast knit along, maybe we should have like a prize, like win a skein of yarn, a lotion bar.
That would be.
We should do like a little sock make along.
We should.
I think having a pair of socks on the needles is really good, because if you do, like, I know we're not going many places right now, but if you do need like a transportable, mindless, apart from the heel,
that's the main thing,
and the toe, which are both quick and easy. I mean, quick and like focused. The rest of the sock is really mindless, so it's good to have.
That's why I do afterthought.
Yeah,
because it's literally an afterthought. Like, you're not thinking about it. Like when we would go to the movies, I would have my sock
in the dark.
In the dark. What do we have coming up? What do we want to make? What's in our queue?
Ooh. Well, we've both talked about making the Felix pullover. Right?
And I already have my yarn wound for that.
I know I want to make the Rock Your Body suit by,
You've been talking about that for years.
Girl, I know. I have my yarn ready for that. We bought that when we were in New York in 2019. I have like 5 pages of patterns in my Ravelry queue. It's really bad. This year or late last year, I did like a little make 9.
I didn't do that this year.
I should insert a photo of it so you can see. So far I've done one. This was one of them. We both want to make the Felix. We both want to make the, what was it called? The puff tee. That's by Petite Knit.
Is a puff tee by?
No, it's not. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
My bad. Knitting for Olive.
Okay.
I've thought about making the Sorrel by Wool and Pine, but I think I messaged you the other day. I think I'm going to make that not, like, faded. She does, like, a mohair fade.
Yeah. That's what your message said. I saw it, but I forgot to comment.
Yeah. Oh, and the other one we both want to make that is by Petite Knit is the zipper sweater.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited to make that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited
and
to make that.
And that's the one, I don't know what color I want to make. I know I want it to be solid. What I dyed your yarn for that one. That's going to be the blue.
Yep. And I got the zipper already. I actually ordered my zipper from Petite Knit.
Right. I honestly, so if you have color suggestions for, and I'll insert a photo of the zipper sweater, but if you have suggestions on what color I should use, I could really use the public's help. But I have thought about, I'm pretty open, but I've thought about like a wine color.
Yeah, you thought about a couple colors. First you said oatmeal.
Yeah.
Now
I've thought about this.
Oh, that would be pretty.
Recently, like, I've really started to get into this color.
Me too.
Yeah. It's like it's a neutral red. You know?
I love it. Actually, you know what? Our nails are the same color. I need my nails done.
Yeah.
But I'm in between. You know how you get in between, and I can wait until next week. But yeah, it's the same, and it's the same color as that yarn.
Yeah. So, those are kind of the. Oh, and then the sweater that I want to make for Donovan. Those are kind of on the horizon.
Okay. I have the Love Note, and I think I want to cast that on this month.
Okay.
Because
that's
I'm doing
a fast one.
Like a pink color. And I want it to be ready for spring. I have the zipper sweater. I have my zipper. I ordered my zipper from Petite Knit. She had really cute zipper that she had for the test pattern. The puff tee.
The puff tee.
The Felix pullover. The Material Girl. Have you seen Material Girl? Christina from Chelsea Yarns. She dyed yarn for the Material Girl, but I forget the name of the person who wrote the pattern.
Okay.
And I have a couple different yarns that I can use for that. So the Material Girl, what else? Socks.
Yeah.
That's just socks. Vanilla socks. Trying to think, is there something else?
Oh.
The Millie. Have you seen the Millie?
Who's that by?
I don't know who the names of the people are until I actually like get the pattern. I just have a ton. I have a ton of things that I want to make. And I really need to take some time to sit down and prioritize all of these patterns because
you'll have to. Is it this? Oh, that's like very similar to the Cozy Classic Raglan.
Not really, because of the way that it's shaped.
It's more boxy.
And the waist, yeah, it's definitely more boxy.
So this is by Nice and Knit.
Nice and Knit, yes, Nice and Knit. Thank you.
Oh, I don't think I'm familiar with Nice and Knit. Okay, cool.
So I have a ton of patterns that I want to make, and the good thing is that I have the yarn all ready, except for one pattern, the Bean and Olive. I don't have the yarn for that yet, but I know what color I want. And I'm just going to sit down and prioritize. But I think the Love Note and the Felix pullover are the two things that I'm going to cast on next.
Okay, cool. We should cast on the Felix together.
Okay, when do you want to do that?
I don't know. We'll keep each other apprised of like our current whips. And then
yeah, so I'm always thinking about the actual color. So my Felix pullover is the gold yellowish color. kind of
Okay.
like this. So I need to cast that on soon before fall comes because I
Gotcha.
want to wear it before fall.
So speaking of fall, I'm already thinking, fingers crossed, if Rhinebeck happens this year, we're going.
I don't know.
I know. I honestly think things are going to stay pretty much like kind of the way they are through like definitely June.
Mm-hmm.
But then as we get closer to fall, it gets kind of like a gray area.
Yeah.
And that's difficult because I know so much planning goes into the New York, the festival and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I am supposed to vend at the Michigan Fiber Festival in August. So hopefully that happens.
Where is that again?
That's in Allegan.
Okay.
So,
Oh, the other one was Tip of the Mitt.
Tip of the Mitt.
Okay.
I was supposed to vend it that last year and that got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
But if we go to Rhinebeck, I have a couple ideas for like some very sheep and wool festival themed. Like, of course, again, I'll do like a 3 sweater thing for the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I have a themed idea that I'm gonna concoct.
Oh, okay.
So stay
I
tuned for
haven't
that.
thought that far. I'm just hoping that I'm able to go somewhere in the fall, even if it's not to Rhinebeck, it's to the store or to eat dinner or something. Because I know for me, I've gotten tired of just not being able to get up and go. Things seem to be getting better. But I'm a little nervous because last time they got better, then they got worse, and now there's this new variant, and so hopefully, if not Rhinebeck, I'm hoping we can make it to Vogue in New York because I would really love to go to Vogue in New York. I love Rhinebeck. I'm actually okay if we aren't able to go this year, but I would really love to go to Vogue because everything is like right there in the hotel, and I love New York. So yep. Do you have any recent purchases?
Oh, yes, I do.
But it's hard to show.
Yeah. I was like, why are you looking that way? Yeah. So I'll insert a photo here. But I recently bought a new winder and a new Swift.
Me too.
And a workbench. And I set it up so I have a whole winding station. And I wind a lot of yarn. It is life-changing. I am like, this was really a treat yourself moment.
Yeah.
Right?
And so did I. I got a new Swift and I got a new winder. We actually have the same winder. You have the colorful one. I have just the natural finish by Knitter's Pride, the wooden winder. And then my Swift is by, I forget the name of it, but we will we'll insert it. Yeah, we forget that. We need to write stuff down.
Yeah.
My brain just isn't working. I've been so busy with work that my brain isn't working outside of that. But so I don't love winding yarn, but since I've gotten this new Swift and this new winder, I'm actually pretty excited to wind mohair. Listen, I've never wound mohair.
Oh.
No. Listen, I don't want to mess this up, okay? I do not want to mess this up, and you'll hear about it if I do, but
yeah, please don't.
I'm sure it's like the same, just put it on and any tips?
It's the same. Just don't yank hard. Make sure it's, flowing off the Swift.
Okay, just like when you're knitting.
Yeah, like I use my finger to guide it into the winders. You know how the winder has the little guide? I use my finger as it comes off the Swift so I can kind of control it.
Okay.
So if I feel that it's getting too much tension, I'll stop winding, to kind of get everything loosened up.
Okay. So
sometimes, mohair will like stick to itself.
Yeah. And I know like you have to be super careful when you're knitting with it. So I did buy some new yarn from Christina.
Nice.
And of course, I'm not gonna even try to open this because Christina, she Gorilla Glue everything. So this is a Galentine's Day kit for Valentine's Day.
Nice.
And I'm excited to cast these on. I don't know when I'm going to cast them on. I want to cast them on before the month is over with.
Is it socks?
It's socks. It's a sock kit. Yeah. Everything that I'm buying right now is either a sock or a hat. Yeah, I want to cast on socks with that kit. I'm going to try to do it sooner rather than later, but
yeah.
That is the only yarn I've purchased. Minus the yarn that I've purchased from you.
Yeah.
But that is the only yarn that I've purchased. And also this yarn.
So, what I was telling you today when you came over, Adela of Lola Bean, she's starting a new, kind of yarn subscription thing. And I'll let you go over to her website / Instagram grid for details so I don't get anything wrong. But that is something that I would like to support her by getting some of that.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm gonna look and see. I haven't been on Instagram today.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's exciting. Getting new yarn is always exciting. Sometimes we use it right away. Sometimes we don't. I mean, I feel like yarn sit and wait for that special project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The yarn and the project have to go together.
Yes.
Because you'll just know if it doesn't work out right.
Oh, absolutely. Because I have a pattern right now that I'm working on that I'm actually going to frog and repurpose the yarn. And I haven't had a chance to do it yet, but I will soon because I have a pattern that I think is going to go with better than the pattern that I'm working on.
I actually have a design in my head that I want to start working on, so that it can be test knit over the summer and released in the fall.
Is it the tank that you've been telling me about for the...
No, but I need to do that one too.
Okay. And that's the cotton yarn, right? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to be... I actually have the cotton yarn. I had cotton in the shop last year, and it's organic. It got pretty good feedback. A lot of people don't necessarily have experience or whatnot knitting with cotton, but I found a really nice sport weight base. And you know, like, you still want to wear your makes in the summer,
right?
And there's just some days where it's like you can't wear anything but, you know, cotton or linen or whatever, and linen to me is like hit or miss. So
is it really drapey? It looks like it's really drapey.
Yeah.
When I've seen
you have to be like
knit with it.
You have to be pretty intentional on what pattern you're making with linen. But so this cotton I got, I do have a design in mind for it. So thanks for the reminder. I need to get on that.
Okay. Well,
so.
I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
Speaking of like summer knits, I want to make more of like my secret crop top, and I want to make the ripple bralette. I want to get those ready for summer. So I actually need to start now. That's the thing. I have to get like the fashion industry. You know, fashion industry, they're working on, I don't know, like
the opposite.
Yeah, the opposite.
Like you be off season.
Right. So they're probably working on like fall 2020 now. And I need to be
fall 2020.
Or 2021. It's 2021.
I know.
I'm stuck in 2020.
I'm like, we don't want to go back to 2020.
Listen.
We're not doing it. We're not going to go there.
But I need to start working ahead. And so if I want to have a ripple bralette by summer, I need to like cast it on.
But the ripple bralette knits up so fast.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's just a matter of now me winding the yarn and starting. Because it's a one skein wonder, right?
Yeah.
And so I have a number of like one skeins that I could use for that. Yeah. Cool. Well.
All right. Well, thanks
I think this is our time.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Thank you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below if you would love to join a sock knit along. We would love to have you.
Yeah.
All right.
It was nice seeing you again.
Bye.
Bye.